If you are done with your IBPS Clerk Prelims exam, you should start your mains preparation as early as possible. For IBPS Clerk Mains 2020, you have a lot of days left, so you can definitely improve your preparation level, and let's find out how we can do just that. Hi, this is Shupriyo. So for the IBPS Clerk Mains 2020, you have a lot of time remaining because the mains examination, it is on 28th February 2021. So of course, you have a lot of time by which you can improve each section and you don't need to worry too much. Just go ahead with your preparation. So the first thing, of course, is that you have to juggle this preparation, the mains preparation, with the other exams that you are preparing for. So how are you going to do that? Now, I have already told you a little bit about this in the past, and in the future as well I'll be making some more videos to help you understand the fine points of these things. But in general, just keep a rule of thumb that for at least 4 or 5 days before each exam, try and focus just as much as possible on that upcoming exam, and all the other preparation you can then just have on hold so that that main examination is on focus. And so that is how you have to do your juggling all these examinations now, because most of the mains examinations, one of them is in January, but most of them are in February. So basically they are going to be at the same point of time. So that works out in your favor because you can carry on your mains preparation together for all the mains that's going to happen. And because there is a lot of syllabus overlap, you can definitely get it done. So later on, if you need something regarding how you can divide your time, I'll definitely make something else. And now how are you going to do the practice sessions? So basically in your practice sessions, now I have of course told you about different books that you can refer, but also try and find out exam focused questions. So that's also something that is very helpful. If you can get the types of question asked in reasoning, asked in quant, asked in English, and you can just focus on those question types, because that actually allows you to prepare in a much faster format. And of course you can just use the mock tests along with that. And I have uploaded one PDF, a reasoning PDF recently in my Telegram channel, and I have also told you about a very good PDF bundle that is available at a very cheap price and also has high quality questions. So you can go ahead and check it out. I have linked to it in the description and also in the comments. You can check it out, and definitely it's going to be very useful because lots of questions you are going to get at a very cheap price, and the questions are very high quality. And regarding the mock test, so what kind of mock test should you be choosing? Now different people will tell you about different mock tests, and of course the ones that I recommend I have put down in the description and in the comments. You can check it out. But remember that just getting the right mock test, it is not enough. You have to try and analyze each and every single aspect of every mock that you are doing. So just get from any two sources, any two good sources you can refer for your mock test. Do not rely on any one company. Now this is very, very important because in the mains examinations there are always lots of surprises and difficult, tricky questions. So each company will come out with their own versions of those types of questions, and if you have at least two, then you are going to have an edge over people who have referred to only one type of mock test. So have two mock tests, and of course the frequency of the mock test I have already told you initially. When you are starting off your preparation, you can go ahead and give daily mock test, though I will not tell you for mains, because for mains mock test the analysis part takes a lot of time. But if you want, you can even do it daily, and the best thing would be alternate day mock test. This really helps in the beginning because you are in the flow and you are just going ahead and attempting the mock test, then analyzing the questions, and then after 1 day rest you are giving it again. So this keeps you in the flow, and then as you progress into the fag end of your preparation, you can reduce the frequency, maybe give one every 2 or 3 days, and that is how you are going to stay very sharp with those mock test questions. So that's something that you are going to carry forward throughout your entire preparation. So don't neglect mock tests. They are very, very important, and it's not the type, the kind of questions that you are getting, but the analysis that you are actually doing after you are attempting the mocks. Yes, the standard mock test you should be getting, and there are lots of companies offering it, so there's not much to choose from. But the deciding factor is the aspirant who actually takes those questions, analyzes them properly, and then uses it to improve his or her own preparation level. So that's how you should be doing it. And of course, the examination structure. So let's just see the structure once. And so this is the exam structure that we have. Now, this is very good that you don't really have an interview. So any person who is not that good in English, this is an exam where you are going to shine. You don't have to sit for the interview. You have, of course, a language proficiency test that you have to give if you are not conversant with the local language of the state for which you are preparing. But you don't really have to sit in front of a panel. You don't have to have a great personality. That's not something that's required. So ensure that you are actually allocating your chunk of time in improving your reasoning prep, in your quant prep as well, because these two subjects are going to be vital. And of course, the general awareness, that is always something that plays a vital role in each and every mains examination. People who are very good at general awareness preparation, they are the ones who are going to be succeeding. So for the GA preparation, you are going to do it from around 1st August up until 21st February 2020. So try and do it for that entire time frame, and most of the things are going to be covered. And just ensure that the later months like the November, December and January, you are actually keeping a high focus on these months, and also the first half of February. So these 3.5 months, ensure that no question is missed. That's going to be very vital. And for the financial awareness or the banking awareness, I have an entire playlist. You can go ahead and you can check it out. It's going to be very helpful for a comprehensive coverage of this topic, and not much questions are going to be framed for it. So you can go ahead and prepare from there. And 50 questions in total are going to be there with a maximum of 50 marks. Now these 50 marks, they will become the game changer. Remember this thing. So do not neglect your GA preparation. Do not neglect your banking awareness preparation. Just go ahead and do it comprehensively so you do not miss any questions that are asked to you. And 35 minutes it's going to be allocated for this section. So that's comfortable to complete your paper. Then you have the general English. So for English, again, English level is not that difficult in this examination. 40 questions carrying 40 marks for 35 minutes. Again, they are going to give you 2 reading comprehensions, then a bunch of sentence improvement, sentence correction, paragraph completion, etc. So the standard fare, it's going to be asked to you, and it's going to be very easy to score the marks over there. So even if you are not that great in English, you don't need to worry. Just go ahead and get the passing marks in that section, and you can focus on the rest. So coming to the reasoning ability and computer aptitude, now you don't need to go ahead and study any Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint or Microsoft Word, something like that. So all those computer knowledge type of questions are not going to be asked to you. They are going to ask you computer aptitude, which means that flow charts and puzzle type of questions are going to be coming. Maximum they can ask you the hexadecimal, the octal, those types of things, but other easy questions are not going to come over here. Mostly this section is going to be dominated by puzzles, seating arrangements and long-winded questions like the logical reasoning, the critical reasoning, and also the data sufficiency type of questions. So these are the types that you need to focus on very, very well for this examination, for this section. And of course, this is the most important section. 50 questions and 60 marks are going to be allocated to this section. 45 minutes. So a large chunk of time is actually allocated for your reasoning paper. So ensure that you do a lot of reasoning practice. This section becomes very important in the IBPS clerk examination. Then you have the quant section. So again, 50 questions and 50 marks now, and 45 minutes yet again. So the quant section, sometimes it is very dense. So a very long and calculative type of questions are sometimes asked. So what I would suggest is that you focus on the data interpretation. There will be at least one easy data interpretation and another data interpretation that is going to be very easy for you to do, though it might have a little bit more calculations, and they might in total have 4 or 5 total DI sets that they are going to ask you. 2 of them are very doable. So at least identify those 2 and do them. And also you can go after the number series. So a little bit complicated number series might be asked. So maybe 2 or 3 can be combined together for one question. So number series is also very scoring, and quadratics also, if they are asked, sometimes they skip it. So if they are asked, that's also a very scoring area. And the other thing that you can focus is on your arithmetic questions. Many people, they neglect the arithmetic portion, but that is very scoring for these mains examinations. So go go ahead and do all those arithmetic questions. So they might seem a little bit long-winded at first, but I promise you it's not going to be that long. You can go ahead and score a lot of marks by focusing on that. And so each of the sections, sectional cutoff will be there. So you have to just go ahead and clear the sectionals. So always remember that you have to target in each section at least 15 or 20 marks. So that's a kind of a thumb rule, you can say, though it varies widely. Sometimes the sectional can be as low as 10, sometimes it can be 15 or even a little bit higher than that. So go ahead and try and attempt at least 30%, 20 to 30% of each paper at the first, which are quite easy questions. So that is your strategy. You have to get those easy marks in so that you clear the sectional cutoff, and after that you can of course build your things and you can get more marks. So that is the entire paper, the structure of it. A total of 2 hours and 40 minutes you have to sit, 190 questions and a 200 marks total is actually going to be framed in this examination. So remember, in your practice sessions, don't be somebody who is just practicing for maybe 30-minute sessions or 1 hour sessions. Try and get in at least 2 to 2.5 hour sessions. So when you are practicing for the exam, just sit at one spot for around 2.5 hours each time that you are practicing. This will help to develop your endurance, and you can definitely, after doing this, have a situation where you are not too tired for sitting for longer study sessions. And of course this is going to help you in the mock test because you can sit for it and you can just go ahead and keep solving the questions without becoming too tired. So that's the important things that you have to remember. And now for the general awareness section, another thing that I must say is that many people, they waste a lot of time in their GA prep. They do not do it efficiently. So the efficient GA, that means you have to actually do a lot of MCQs. MCQs are going to be asked in your examination. Don't read the long-winded things each and every single time. Practice it via MCQs because your brain will then understand that these are the types of questions that I can see, and so it will be geared towards solving the MCQs. So get as many MCQs as possible and you can get a lot of marks in the GA section. And just remember that GA and banking awareness, that section having 50 marks, it's going to play a very vital role. It's going to make the difference. I am telling you again and again, do not neglect this section. It's very important. And of course the mains mode that I keep talking about, and people still make a mistake and they do not enter mains mode. You cannot go ahead and prepare for mains in the same way as you do for prelims. Mains is a totally different ball game. So you have to pick apart questions that are mains level. So that's why I have told you the source for it. Go down to the description and in the comments you can find out the question types that are asked in the mains. So grab them and make use of them, because mains type of questions are very difficult to get a hold of. So if you practice more and more mains level questions, then your level is going to rise very high and it will be very easy in the final examination. Another thing that people don't understand is that they do not track their progress properly. So they do not understand that whether their IBPS clerk mains preparation is progressing. Are they really progressing? So this is a question that a lot of people ask me, that I go ahead and I prepare for mains and each and every time I am getting the same result. I am not clearing mains. Why is this happening? This is happening because you are not playing to your strengths. You even do not understand what is your strength, what is your weakness. That is why I always tell you that when you are analyzing your mock tests, you have to make an error log. You have to create a document where you write down which are the question types that are easy for you, which are the question types that are hard for you. So that is why you cannot track your progress, because you are not doing it scientifically. What you have to do is that when you see that there are some types of questions that you are missing mock after mock after mock. So for example, say you have given 2 or 3 mocks or maybe 4 mocks, and each type of this type of question you are missing. So you have to go to your question bank, and this is again the question bank that I told you. You can grab them in the links that I have told you. So you don't really have to grab that. Just go ahead and pick whatever source actually speaks to you, but you have to have that question bank with you, the question bank of mains focused questions. So what happens is, when you find that a particular type of questions you are struggling with, you can go to your question bank. You can pick apart those questions which you are not comfortable with, and you can go ahead and solve them again again and again to increase your confidence level and to become good in that type of question. So this is how you are actually going to progress. Otherwise, you are making the same mistake and you are doing the same thing again and again. Now that is the definition of insanity. You have to be able to structure your preparation well. And if you have any questions regarding this, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll definitely help you out. And so the next thing is that you have to set intelligent goals. Now many people I have seen, they set goals that I am going to finish this chapter, I am going to finish that chapter. No, that's not a goal. A goal is that you are going to finish, for example, 10 questions of that chapter in just 10 minutes. Or you have a goal that I have to solve this DI, data interpretation question, in maximum of 7 minutes or 6 minutes. Can you set goals like that? That's the kind of goal that you have to set. You have to use time and bind that goal to a specific and measurable time. Understand what I am telling you, because this can be a game changer. When you are reading a reading comprehension, say in English you are doing that, how long does it take you to read that? Mark yourself. Just go ahead and take a stopwatch and see how long it takes to read that. Are you improving tomorrow the reading speed? That's the kind of thing that you can measure and you can improve. So if you are not measuring things, then why are you actually doing this kind of a preparation? It's not going to help you. You have to measure each and every single thing. Measurement is the key tenet that successful candidates are always following. So just write down in your notebook, or you can create an Excel sheet and track each and every single thing. Metrics are very important, no matter whether it is a company or an individual, to go ahead and take it to the next level. So that's the important thing that you have to remember. And finally, the benefits of no interview. IBPS clerk is not a very difficult examination. You just have to pass the mains, then the LPT if you have to, and you are inside the bank. So it's the most easy kind of thing. If you are not very comfortable speaking, if you are not that good at English, this is your exam. Do not waste this opportunity. This is a golden chance, and I am sure that the people who are watching, who are very serious, and you have watched till this part of the video, you are definitely going to make it. Have belief in yourself, in your abilities, and keep marching forward. You, my friend, will be successful. All the best. I hope that you learned something from this video and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.